A real estate sales transaction is never complete until money has exchanged hands. While the acceptance of an offer on your home is a beautiful thing, there are many other steps to be completed before the sale is final. One of the most important steps is a home inspection. No home is flawless. Therefore, you will probably be engaged in negotiations with the buyer before your sale is finished. One of the least enjoyable moments in a home sale process is the aspect of inspection negotiations. However, they are inevitable in most cases. How to go about negotiating home inspection issues. Do your best not to succumb to the idea that your home is perfect. Be very realistic regarding its flaws and expect that an honest, professional home inspector is going to point them out to you. Don't be offended, as this is the normal process. The manner in which you handle the post-inspection negotiations can dramatically affect how much you will be required to give on your end, as well as the level of stress you could experience while going through the process. Lang Premier Properties strives to educate clients on the appropriate way to prepare for a home inspection. Preparation goes a long way in maintaining a smooth real estate transaction process. While there are times when buyers are justified in requesting the seller make repairs for unsatisfactory conditions with major systems such as electrical, plumbing, roof, and foundation, experiencing a buyer who purposely uses the home inspection as a means to renegotiate a transaction can be a rather frustrating experience for a homeowner. Buyers who expect a home to be in just built condition are not receiving appropriate education from the realtor. The entire purpose of a home inspection is to uncover major defects that would prevent a buyer from moving forward with the purchase of a particular home in the event the seller refused to make the necessary repairs. Buyers who operate under the false pretense that a home inspection is a means of financially jilting the seller set themselves up for contentious sales. The majority of sellers, especially those who have already experienced at a home sales transaction, realize that a home inspection does not pose as an opportunity for the buyer to change the agreed upon terms of a contract. The true purpose of a home inspection is to discover major problems that should be fixed. Buyers who attempt to overstep their bounds often sour real estate transactions. Real estate transactions of any kind should be about being reasonable. However, some buyers will request repairs for items that were clearly visible prior to the home inspection. It is always best for buyers not to request repairs be made on items they were aware of prior to submitting a purchase agreement. In the event that something needs to be addressed, it should be included on the purchase offer. Ask for inspection credits, not repairs. As a home seller, you would be wise to push for a closing cost credit or a price reduction whenever possible. While post-inspection negotiations can be difficult, this is your job as a seller. Don't commit yourself to repairs, as you will accumulate stress and uncertainty while you shed indeterminate finances. Most buyers are finicky regarding the quality of work. Therefore, their requests could be ceaseless, resulting in a drain of your finances as well as a complete and total maze to your closing date. Remember, cash is king. Always offer cash value for requested repairs and negotiate down as much as possible. Don't do the work yourself. You might wind up being a hamster in the buyer's wheel. Post-inspection negotiations, while most states do not mandate that a home be in top-notch repair, your goal is to get a buyer who is willing to pay your price. Be willing to negotiate regardless of current market status. Buyers will choose all sorts of reasons to back out of a sale, leaving you to locate a new buyer. Some markets would dictate that this would be nearly impossible to do, but in the event that you and the buyer do not see eye to eye, post-inspection, you will likely be required by your state to disclose all of the inspector's findings as you move forward in locating a new buyer. This could realistically make your home that much more difficult to sell. However, you are not required to give in to the buyer's every demand. Allow your realtor to haggle on your behalf. Know the value of what you are trading and be very proactive of your bottom line. Once again, have an exceptional real estate agent in your corner really comes in handy. While there might be 25 items in need of repair, not all of them need to be addressed. Focus on those repairs which will best benefit you and satisfy the buyer at the same time. Repainting your bedroom and ripping out the bathroom carpet are not necessarily requirements that you should feel obligated to satisfy. Choose a strategy and select the repairs which are most cost effective. Make sure the buyer understands that you are willing to give a little, but there's only so much that can be reasonably requested of you, the seller. Reason will get you a long way in smoothly navigating the negotiation process. When you estimate actual repair costs, try to make relatively low offers based on those estimates. This will allow you to give a little without breaking the bank. But once you make an offer, you cannot go back. Ask your realtor to go over some of the most common home inspection problems in order that you might deal with them in advance. This will help keep you and your sale from going sour.